Nick Ball is going to have to wait a little bit longer to become world champion. After his title challenge March 8th on the undercard of Joshua versus Ngannou against champion Ray Vargas for Vargas's featherweight title, we found something out about both men. The WBC title in question was being contested by a young man who came in with heart and determination. The 27-year-old Orthodox fighter who hails from the United Kingdom, coming in fresh off of a November 2023 unanimous decision over Isaac Dogbe. Ball was considered the heir apparent, but Vargas had more favorable consideration in this match, where the judges saw fit to give him a decision. Now, it was very interesting because what we learned from this match, as a split decision was met out, Vargas touched the canvas in rounds 8 and 11. But it wasn't so much of Ball's power putting him to the canvas as it was the unsettling footwork of Vargas. He crossed his feet up a lot in this fight, being off balance and easy to knock down, especially since he was pulling back away from shots and not covering up, using his elbows, shoulders, and gloves to deflect punches, but rather seemingly awkwardly pulling back in a very unorthodox manner. And Ball, after a few rounds, was able to figure out the timing and started nailing shots on Vargas. Now, Vargas, who's not thought to be a knockout puncher, he came in here 36 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw with 22 KOs. And that was something that, even though the 22 KOs, they didn't feature as deadly punching power. And Ball, who entered in coming fast with his record of 19-0 with 1 draw and 11 KOs, had the bit of compact build that made it difficult for Vargas to land very clean shots. However, he worked Ball's body extremely well. Vargas went to the body with reckless abandon, even dropping those right hooks to Ball's midsection that did cause problems, but it also left him wide open. The 5'7.5" Vargas and Ball's shorter measurement of 5'2", if that, it actually meant that Ball had to time Vargas. And like I said, in the second half of the fight, that's what he was able to do. A couple of times catching him as his feet were crossing up, that's when he would unload, and that's when Vargas went down. Very vulnerable, but never hurt or weakened by a shot. There was a couple of instances where Ball did land a couple of shots that shook and wobbled Vargas, but those were not the shots that put him down. And those incidents were few and far between. Earlier in the fight, but not enough to make the difference in the fight. So these two ended up with the split decision. The judges' scorecards read as such. And I don't know that I totally agreed. I thought that Ball did enough to pull this fight out, but it was very interesting. The split decision went 113 to 113, 114 to 112 for Vargas and 116 to 110 for Nick Ball. So the split decision draw saw both fighters a little bit disappointed, but Vargas seemingly relieved that he was able to hold on to his title. Could there be a rematch in these guys' future? It really depends on what Vargas wants to do. You know, his last fight was a February unanimous decision loss to O'Shaquie Foster at the super featherweight division. So he dropped down here to compete here, but we don't know at the age of 33 what his intentions are going forward and for how long does he expect to compete. But something tells me the way that Matchroom works things out from time to time, he may get that rematch, meaning Ball. And if he does, he's going to come guns blazing earlier around in a second stanza, and I expect him to even have an opportunity to stop Vargas. It still remains to be seen. I think their contrasting styles make for an interesting fight. It's not like it's going to be Gotti versus Ward or anything like that, but it's competitive, and that's what I appreciate. Spirited, competitive battles in boxing. This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what your thoughts are about these two and what should be next for these two. Should they rematch right away, or should each man go a different direction? Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.